What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. This is Web Dev Journey, and in today's video we're going to be focusing on displaying a specific tweet. Now let me actually show you what I mean. So let's go to twitter.com, and this is my homepage, right? This is my homepage. So these are all the tweets that I have, whatever, it doesn't really matter. So let me actually click on this tweet right here. So if I click on this tweet, it's going to take me to a specific page. As you can see right here, it does take me to a specific page. All this, right, with the comments and all that stuff. But this is a page specifically for this one tweet. And that's what we're going to be building out, is this page for this tweet. Obviously, we need this because we want to render out the comments inside of this too. This is basically setting up for the next video, which is going to be creating comments for a specific tweet. So yeah, we're going to be building out this page right here for a specific tweet. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. I'm just wanting to clear that up so that way there isn't no confusion. Okay, now there are a few things that we do need to clean before we actually get started. It's just basically renaming some components. You'll figure out why. So right now, that page, I'm going to call it a tweet page, right? So we're going to have a new file in here called tweet.js. And that's our page, right? This is for a specific tweet. But this is very confusing for the components because we already have a component called tweet.js. And this is a card, right? So I'm going to just rename this to card. So that way we know that this is the card for the tweet, or you could say tweet card if you want to. And we do need to wherever we're using it in home, we do need to change that. So right here, Control D, we're going to be using card, and this is going to be right here. This is going to be a card. Also in the profile page, we're using card, Control D, card, and we're using it right here. And also in our style, so that way there is no confusion, we do need to rename this to card. And in our base settings, or not settings, our styles, I don't know, card. Control save. Now we open it up. Everything should still be working. We just rename, yeah, everything is still working just the way we want it to, which is good. That's actually pretty good. And there's also one thing that I do want to change in the homepage. As you see right now, every one of these tweets have my name, the Web Dev Journey, even though some of these tweets, like right, for instance, this tweet right here was actually created from my demo account. So we want to change this, and there was a mistake. I just copied and pasted it. I hope you caught it and changed it in your code. But anyways, in our homepage, let's go to our homepage. We have the user ID as the user that's just logged in right now, which is pretty much false, right? Because the tweet that they created, it has to be the ID of the user that created it. So what we want to do here, instead of passing in user ID, we want to pass in the remember, in our server.js, we have this. Let me actually go to where's my server at? Right here. My server, my models. We have this creator and whoever created it, right? We're going to be referencing that. So instead of user.userid, we're going to be doing tweet.creator _ID. And this is, let me actually do view toggle wrap. And this is going to be the username as well. It's going to be the exact same thing because inside creator, we have that name, right? So it's going to be tweet.creator.name, just like that. And now if you go back, you're gonna see that, hey, this was done by Web Dev Journey 2, and so was this one. So I only have two of them that was not from the main account. As you can see right here, again, this is not the main account, and this is the demo account, which is correct. All right, now that we fixed that, now we know what's going on. Okay, just wanted to clear that up. So let's actually now focus on when we click on one of these tweets, we should be able to redirect to that tweet page, or that specific tweet page, right? So there's a few things we're going to be changing in the CSS as well. The reason why I say this is because, check this out. I want to be able to click on this whole entire element, and then no matter where I click, it's going to take me to the correct what's it called? To the correct tweet right now, right? But if I click anywhere, it's probably going to give me the title, the background, or this text, or it just depends. I don't want that to be a habit, or I don't want that to be an issue. So what I'm going to be doing is inside of inside of the card.js, we're actually going to make a link that will obviously redirect us to the proper page for that proper tweet that created. So we're going to be making a link, and this link is going to overlay the whole card, if you understand what I'm trying to say. You will understand once I'm trying to say, but for right now, it's not going to be a link. It's going to be a div, so that way you can get a better understanding of what I'm trying to do, right? So this class name is going to be, I'm going to call it card_overlay. Control save this. And now what I want in my styles, where's my card? Right here. We're going to be creating a .card_overlay. And in here we're going to do position absolute. And we're going to say width 100%. And don't worry, you will understand what I'm trying to do once I do all this, right? And we want the position for card, since that's the parent card, right? We want that to be position relative, so that way this card overlay stays inside the card. All right, now that we do that, now that we did that, check this out. If I actually hover over this, it's going to give me, you see that? It's giving me that card overlay div, which is great. Every time we hover over this. Now anywhere that we click is going to give me that card overlay div, which is great. But it's kind of a problem as well, because what if I want to like this comment? I can't no more. So that's an easy fix. So let's actually go to our code again. And down here in our subscription tag, what we want to do, since these, let me actually click on it, and so that way you can see what I'm talking about. Those items down there have a class called subscription tag right there, right? And those are for both of them. So in our subscriptions tag right here, what I want to do is actually say position relative, so that way we could give it a z index of, let me say 2 for right now. Now if we go back, about hover over everything except for these two, as you can see, we can still hover over these two, which is great. And anything other than that is going to be that card overlay. Now we won't have an issue when we look at that. We can still like, we can still comment, but anything other than that is going to be this div, which is the tweet, which is good. That's the only CSS that I'm going to be doing in this video. I just wanted that so that way anywhere that we click, we get that specific tweet. All right, now let's actually focus on redirecting to another page for this specific tweet, right? So like I said, instead of this div, it's going to be a link. Now, you could do this so many ways. You could actually leave it as a div and then create a function that will handle, redirecting to another page. But I don't know. I'm gonna just do it as a link. Like I said, you could do it as however you want. It does not matter. But I'm doing it as a link. All right, and we do need to import that from. So import link from React Router DOM. Okay. Now this link does need to have a to property, so we need to say, hey, once they click on it, where do you want them to go? Well, I'm gonna do ticks. We want them to go to, and this is going to be new, guys. We want them to go to, we're going to do exactly what Twitter does somewhat, right? So in Twitter, if I go here and if I click on anyone, let's click on this one, right? If I click on this specific tweet, it's going to take me to that username and then status and then the tweet ID. This is what I'm assuming what this number is, right? The tweet ID. So we're going to do username and then /status/username. Basically just copying their URL. So right here, we're going to be doing username name slash, instead of status, I'm just going to say tweet. I don't know why. I don't know. So that way we have a little bit of difference. I don't know. And then we're going to be passing in the tweet ID as well. Control save this, but this is a new route. No, so what we need to do is create that route inside of, where is it at? Let me get rid of some of these things. We need to create that same route inside of routes.js. And yes, it's going to be a private route. So what we need to do is copy this. And I hope you do know how to do parameters. It's exactly the same way you will do it in Express for the routes. So right here is going to be, damn it, dude. I keep on switching my keyboard to Espanol, which I don't want. So it's going to be username, or I'm going to say user / tweet / tweet ID, right? Control save this now. And we need to switch the component to, because we want to render out the tweet page. Do I have that up here? Tweet. No, it's going to be from, let me get rid of all this. We don't need that. It's going to be this one, and it's going to be Control D, tweet. All right. So let's actually give this, well, actually we can't, because we still need to create that page, that tweet page. So inside pages, our tweet.js, we do need to do stuff in here. And I'm gonna just copy the home page, because let's face it, it's almost the exact same thing. And instead of home, it's going to say tweet and home, Control DD, tweet. Getting rid of this for right now, and also getting rid of this use effect because we don't need it. Let's just leave that there for right now. And the card, we're going to be using a card, so I'm going to leave this as it is for right now anyways. So let's go back to our app. And as you can see, if I try to hover over this, as you can see in the bottom right here, it's giving you that link where you're going to be heading to, which is correct, right? And it's giving me the actual my web dev journey too. So let's actually click on this one and let's see what happens. And we actually get redirected to the tweet page, which is what we wanted, right? But we don't have a tweet yet. We don't have nothing that determines that how to display that tweet, right? We need that data. So what we need to do is actually create a route in our backend to actually grab that specific tweet. So let's do that. Let's go to our server side and create that route first of all, okay? So inside of my services, my tweet service, this is where I'm going to be creating that method to grab that specific tweet. And I'm gonna call it get tweet or tweet by ID. And we're going to be passing it a tweet ID here. And then we're going to do find by ID, which is a tweet ID. And we're still going to be populating the creator, the name, and email, which is all fine and good. Now inside of our routes, our tweets, this is a tweet related thing, so that's why I'm doing it inside of tweet. What I'm going to do is copy this and paste it right here, and this is going to have a parameter called tweet or tweet ID. So in the front end, we are going to need to pass in the tweet ID as a parameter, and right here is going to be tweet. We're going to get tweet ID, passing in the parameter, which is rec.params.tweet ID. And we're going to grab a tweet back, a specific tweet back anyways, right? All right, now we have our route set up. Now what we need to do is go inside of our tweet.js and use the use effect. So use effect, because we're going to be creating an API. Oh, by the way, we do need to create that service for the API service over here. So I'm just copy this and paste it right here. And this is going to be called get tweet by ID, and we're going to grab, it's in tweets, but it's going to be slash, and we're doing the parameter, right? Tweet ID, just like that. And do need to be the ticks like that, and since we are passing it in, we need to pass it in here as well. All right, cool. Now we have this API service that one where we could just grab it from. All right, so use effect, and we're going to be, oops, no parameters or dependencies. All right, so now we need to use that API to grab that tweet, right? But you might be wondering, okay, how exactly do we get that ID, the tweet ID? It's in the parameters, the URL parameters, right? Well, the cool thing, I'm pretty sure you guys know, but the cool thing about React is it passes a thing called, well, it passes a lot of things with props, right? And one thing that we might want is, it's called match. And I'm actually going to console log this right now. Console.log match. So that way you can see what I'm talking about. So this is actually passed by our routes, where every time we use a route like this, it passes a lot of things to the component itself, like the history, the location, match, right? So we're going to be console logging match. I'm going to comment this out. And you're going to see what's happening with match, okay? So let me refresh the page. Let's go to console, and you're going to see that, hey, we get this console.log, and inside match, we get these params. And they're exactly the parameters that we used or set up in our route, which is the user, which is web dev journey 2, and our tweet ID, right? This all comes in from the route, because specifically in our routes, we said that we're going to be using parameters, the user, and also the tweet ID. And that's exactly what it gave us back, the tweet ID and the user. So this is exactly how we're going to be grabbing that tweet ID, so that way we can make that API call, okay? So going back to our code, in our tweet, let me uncomment this. We need to do API service dot get tweet by ID, passing in the match, and it lives inside params dot, and we called it tweet ID, okay? And then we're gonna do a dot, then we're gonna get X back, and so for right now, console.log X. All right, let me actually get rid of this. Control save, and let's see what we get. So let me actually go to profile for right now, and then clear this out. And I'm gonna click on, no, let me actually go to home. Okay, I'm gonna click on this one right here. So this is the tweet that says this is from the Gmail demo account, okay? So once we click on this, we should grab the data for this tweet, all right? So let's click on it. We go to the tweet page. Let's look at our data. Inside of data tweet, and you're gonna see that, hey, we actually do grab that one tweet. The message is, this is from the Gmail demo account with everything, our creator, the liked and updated, all that stuff, all that good stuff that we need, right? Let's try it one more time, and I'm gonna actually try it with this one. This is with API Service v2. Let's click on that. Here's our data right here, and tweet. This is with API Service v2. So we actually created a route that grabs a specific tweet's data. So now all we need to do is display that tweet here. And I'm gonna leave that to you guys, but I will tell you this thing right. I'm gonna tell you this right now, or how I'm going to be doing it, okay? So the way I'm going to be doing it is, I'm not going to be using that tweet card, or that card that we usually use in our components right here, this card. And the reason why is because, let's look at it at twitter.com. You're going to see that this card right here is somewhat different than if you go to home. That card was extremely different from what you see in the initial card, right? Or in the homepage card. Right now, we don't have, as you could, let me actually open this up in a new tab. so that way you could see it. So right now, why is it okay? Right here. Look at the difference between this card. This one has the time, the date, and what is this? Twitter web app? I don't even know. But as you can see, it looks somewhat the same, but not really. It's not the same, right? It really isn't. It doesn't have what it does, but like it's not the same. So what I'm gonna do is actually create another component. Let me actually get rid of this. I'm gonna create another component that is going to be similar to the card, but it's going to be specific for a specific tweet. I hope that made sense. So I'm gonna create another component. It's probably gonna be called, tweet card this time, right? Because this is specifically for a tweet, not for all tweets. It's specifically for one tweet. I'm just letting you know that I'm creating another component to actually render out the way I want it to render out. Because remember, guys, in that page, the comments are also on that page, right? Well, if this one did have comments, let's actually look at one that does have comments. Let me go to, dude, I don't go on Twitter that much, so pardon me for finding one that has a lot of comments. Oh, here, Elon Musk. That's right. Elon Musk has 119, but look at this. This page right here has that tweet, but also the all the comments that reside with that tweet. So that's why this page is basically is to have all that stuff. So obviously I want another card or a component that would display the tweet and also the component or the comments inside that tweet with that tweet. So yeah, I'm just leaving that to you guys. I'm gonna leave that so that way you could do it your own selves, get some practice, just yeah. Anyways, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I think it was a short video. I felt it like it was a very short video, but that was it. Just getting a specific tweet rendered out to a single page. In the next video, what we're going to be doing is focusing on the comments. That's what we need, comments, all right? So that's what we're going to be doing in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and also message or comment down below on what you thought about the video or what you want me to add. There are tons of features you could add in Twitter right now, and we're just doing the solid basics of Twitter. Well, the advanced, I'm gonna say advanced basic. I don't even know what you would call it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I really do appreciate your time you spend watching my videos. It does help me out a lot, so thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.